folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the oh, good heavens. Welcome back to the channel, and I guess I don't have to tell you now, we're in Empyrean. And, yeah. It is now Alpha 9.3, and although I'm pretty much the same place in the game, and at the same wreckage, this is a different landfall. So, and this is not going to be beat down. Maybe you like it better than he did, or what? Are you gonna run away? Come on. And one thing that I have been noticing with Alpha 9 there we go, is that the patches and changes have been coming hot and heavy at the rate where it's really not going to be terribly surprising to see that you require world restarts. And considering the speed at which these particular patches, bug fixes, etc. are arriving, one can only think that perhaps the Alpha 9 series is going to progress its way out to perhaps early beta. And let's go back to our drill. With that in mind, and also with in mind the fact that at the end of possibly February, but more than likely March, I'm going to be kind of relaunching the channel as I'm rebuilding my PC, shutting down for a few days and making some changes. What I'm thinking of doing now, I've been playing out this this particular game a long while now. I think we started this when it was back in Alpha 4. So, it's come a long way. In fact, it's almost not the same game. For better or for worse. Oh, it has actually been for better. But I guess the whole point of this is, I think that I'm going to be giving it a break until one of two things happens. Ooh, look at all the copper. And yet here I go gathering more and more and more resources. Either it does advance to the point in Alpha 9 where, you know, I hear out of them it's going to be a while before we go any further because, you know, we're updating the engine, or we're doing one of those many things that can pretty much put a stun lock on early access games for a period of time. Or, as I say, until they actually get to the point, I'm going to go and make some yummies out of that stuff. Get to the point where they launch the early beta. Because it's been, and I think it's a reason that I've noticed a lot of the guys that I watch that played this on a really regular basis and then sort of interspersed it with a few other things, sort of like we do with Farm Sim on this channel. Are now doing the other things and only occasionally interspersing it with the some of this. And it's not because the game isn't getting better, it definitely is. It's because after restart 167, you start going, well, yeah, how many times am I going to scrounge up the resources to do this and do that? And I mean, even the this whole protocol system that didn't used to be here. Well, it's been here for a while. I've started the Robinson Protocol myself now, probably 8 or 9 times. So, things have been changing. They've got the factions in, a wonderful addition. It means that, well, an entire new level of complexity has been painted upon the scene. And that's a good thing as well. Because there's lots of crafting survival games. There's even a few with a sort of a sci-fi-ish flair. So, the things that they do layer up onto this thing that distinguish it from those is only going to make it better because more people will play it, more development will happen. You know, it's the cycle of life. So, I say this is more or less just a short vlog to let you know my thoughts on where things stand with having this as any sort of a regular series. You know, I mean, its popularity certainly fluctuates on my channel. Definitely there's always a good little surge when it's first announced there's a new alpha or major changes have been made, and that's understandable. Everybody likes to know what's new. But for a while now, that's all that has been new. You know, is whatever the recent addition they have to the game is. And of course, some of these things, they're not, you know, they're not something you run into as soon as your boots hit the dirt. So you're kind of, again, you might have to go through this whole thing that I'm doing now, and have done, admittedly, at this point, many more minis than you'd care to spew out in one lungful times. And yeah, so as I say, that's probably, I think, what I'm going to do with it for the moment, is like a lot of early access things, rather than completely burn it to its last ash, we'll put it away for a little while, and we'll let the developers go through, you know, Alpha 9.4 and 0.5 and the 37 patches that will accompany each, and the that is a kind of a nasty looking thing. The, you know, 97 different restarts that are required in the meantime. And we will revisit this when it's had a little more polish, had a little more time, and hopefully when I will be able to do such wondrous things as perhaps crank the details and the settings up to an appropriate level to show just how pretty the game has become over the days, and years, and years, and years, and years. Yeah, it's been a long road for Empyrion, and it's by no means finished, which I guess is the sad part. But anyway, as I say, a bit of a short one. Well, less than a third the normal length of a video, but because it has been on the channel for so long, I didn't want to just stop and people go, well, what happened to Empyrion? That's kind of where I'm at right now with it. So, let me know in the comments if you think that perhaps the repeated starts and run-throughs of the same content over and over and over is indeed becoming a little bit of a bore. I've completely lost track of the wreckage. Wreckage, Lovely, we'll head for the deposits. So, but there you go, guys. That's going to kind of cover it for this one. As I say, just a short vlog on the subject. Ooh, level 6. Yeah, we haven't done anything. So, yeah. As I say, leave comments down below and let me know what you think about the whole thing, what the game's going to so far, whether you've heard there's something major that you really need to see that's upcoming soon, and maybe we should not quite tuck her to bed so quickly. Otherwise, as I say, we will see you here again, hopefully in the not too distant future. Beyond that, though, this has been Species 7. This is the ever wonderful game Empyrion Galactic Survival. That's just a few of my thoughts to keep you busy. Take care of each other, folks. Ciao for